Hey now, you're a Brawl star!
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars Variety Hour, where I'm playing the decks that you sent to me. This is a celebration of 25,000 subscribers on YouTube, and it's so exciting! This is our first deck. It is submitted by Lupine Volt, and it is a Taii Wakeen perfect shot deck. Taii Wakeen is a burn commander that allows you to increase the amount of damage dealt by a non-combat source, and if it happens to deal the exact amount of damage to kill a creature, you also get to draw a card. I would say Boros having card advantage is a very unusual thing, and not something I'm that used to doing. This is also a deck that kind of explains itself. You want to win by reducing your opponent's life total to 0, and Taii Wakeen is going to help you do that. There's, I assume, lots of cheap, one-cost burn spells, and we're going to make those numbers go up. All right, Taii Wakeen, let's take you into queue and see what you can do. Urabrask, a spell-swinging commander just like us, but their commander is the one that does the burn, dealing 1 damage to the opponent and getting you 1 extra red mana, so you can keep casting spells. I have a bit of removal here. I have Tajique, I have a board wipe. I don't think this is terrible, especially because this ossification could be enough to take out this Urabrask. Also, Tajique Legion's Valor, being an indestructible creature, should be good against any kind of removal that red has to offer. I don't have anything really to do on turn 2 other than play Taii Wakeen, and I don't want to play Taii Wakeen right away because, listen, I know Urabrask also has burn, and I don't want her to die. I guess I can, since we have a really good follow-up as, like, another good card to Tajique here. You wouldn't kill a human mercenary. Oh, they would kill a human mercenary. Okay, that's fair. Back in the command zone, babe. Having a 2-mana commander is kind of sweet, though. This is probably Demon Bolt? I'm trying to think of cards that you can foretell in mono red. There's the Scarecrow that costs 0 if it's foretold. But I think it's Demon Bolt. Tajique, though, indestructible, should do a good job. Scorn Effigy is the name. Yeah. Why is Urabrask trending and increasing price? Is he? Like this Urabrask? I have no idea. Renegade Tactics. The Boros Recruit cannot block this turn. Well, good news, it couldn't block anyway. These cantripping spells, I would have thought that they would want to save them for when Urabrask is out, so they can flip them over, since you have to cast the 3 instants or sorceries in a turn. Wait, he's $20? Oh, shows what I know. It's because of Quick Draw, the plot burn spells. Oh, you can plot a bunch of spells, play him to flip him over easily. Okay, that totally makes sense. Here, have Taii Wakeen again. Is she going to die? They played land last, so they were probably digging for it. Yeah, I don't think that they would play these spells unless they were digging. And Fire Prophecy also let them put a card to the bottom and draw. They did not Demon Bolt Taii Wakeen. Oh wait, it's Dual Strike. I actually forgot this card exists. Okay, so Dual Strike was foretold. It's going to double whatever the next spell is, which is Satyr's Cunning. So that's spell number 2. The copy of it does not count as a cast spell for Urabrask. All right, and what's spell number 3? Voltage Surge on the Swiftblade Vindicator. Urabrask is going to flip over and deal 3 damage to each of these. Once again, rip Taii Wakeen. Yeah, we kind of knew going into this game that, like, Taii Wakeen was going to die. What do we get on 4? Is it... Or on 3 we get Sky Knight Legionnaire? Okay, Sky Knight Legionnaire. Hee. Heart Piercer Bow is a cute addition. Die. They're gonna get 3 treasures. Thankfully, this Tajique being indestructible is just like, hey, how you doing? Ooh! Fire Ashenil? Fire Ashenil is going to increase all of the damage dealt directly to my face up to, you know, 4 or higher if they manage to increase his power. It can turn into straight up removal. Yeah, as long as she's not the one attacking, you can, like, attack with some other random creature, deal 1 damage, turn the 1 damage into, like, 3 damage. Ooh, Hot Grapes! Wait. Hot Grapes not at my face? I guess they can recast the Hot Grapes next turn to win the game. So this comes down to, I either need to kill them this next turn, or I need to take out all of this. Dang, that's going to be tapped. I have Bone Crusher Giant. I'm going to be getting Spark Trooper, though. We have Lethal. So I'm going to take out their blocker, or your Ashenil. And it's only lethal if they don't have another spell that can kill the Spark Trooper. So here we go. Tajique absolutely carrying. They could have dealt 8 damage to my face instead. Sure could have. Too bad I'm dealing 11 to them. Let's go Spark Trooper. And we've taken out Urabrask. Sorry, Taii Wakeen, you didn't get to do that much this game, but you still won. She died. She absorbed removal. Good game. Alan Howells has submitted Tatyova, Steward of Tides. She's been buffed, by the way, for Arena from a 3/3 to a 4/4. Same with the lands that she animates. She makes all of your land creatures fly, and she turns your lands into lands creatures if you have 7 or more of them when a land enters the battlefield under your control. Tatyova gives you a huge, evasive amount of damage and rewards you for having, well, land-based ramp, which is already a pretty good strategy. I'm guessing there's a couple small counter spells in here to help protect the game plan, stop your opponent's game plan. We got some mass bounce spells. River's Rebuke, Sublime Epiphany is a cool one too. And also some big, cool payoff for ramp up at the high end. Okay, Tatyova, let's take you into the queue and we're gonna make some lands fall. Tanhalam, the World Walker. You can attack in using artifacts or lands that you animate. And those animated lands get double team, so you make a copy of the card and they go into your hand. Hi, Tanhalam. Tanhalam, I think the scariest thing about this card is when they start looping something like a 1 ring. Yeah, never let this commander animate an attack with a 1 ring. The phasing out. It is the phasing out. I could do the ramp in this turn. I could start the Scoot Bugs. Because Tanhalam is Vamp colors, I'm just going to get the Scoot Bug a-rollin'. Even though these are not the, like, copies of Scoot Swarm, I still want to have extra little dudes. Okay. 4 mana. 4 mana makes me feel like you have the Wandering Emperor. No, that illusion it. Alright. While they're out there, I'm going to use this Roiling Regrowth to sacrifice and get 2 more lands. That'll get me 2 more Lil Bugs. Back. Perfect. Could be a board wipe. It's, you know, white mana. I feel like you get the ramp, you get the board wipe, you get the counter spell. You have access to, like, both very good control spells with Tanhalam, because you have Azorius colors. And also the really good ramp in these. Alright, let's get our lands out. We already don't get this landfall until the next land comes into play. And now I'm swinging with everybody, since I have a backup Scoot in case they take out this one. Well, would y'all look at that? It's the Wandering Emperor.
Keep watch for intruders.
Okay. I'm not gonna bother phasing this out. Since we got the copy, that was kind of my goal there. Here's Tatyova. Are you gonna wash our way? Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. Who's in every standard deck? Wandering Emperor? She's good. Why do you think they would be that desperate for one more land? I'm gonna guess Farewell. That's okay. I can phase out Tatyova, the Scoot Swarm. If I'm willing to, I could also exile this to phase out 2 more things. I think it's Farewell. Sunfall. All right, that's still very, very good. 1, 2... Trying to think if I want to hold that witness protection. Because the more things I phase out, the smaller this token will be. Yeah, I'm going to go for X equals 4. I am going to exile this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare Thumb War. So they exile 3 of my tokens. They get a 3/3 incubate. Egg.
Guards, to me.
Boop. You hear, you hear. Taking out that Wandering Emperor. I'm gonna hold this Lotus Cobra. You think they'll have a board wipe again? I'm gonna say yes. They sure have not played their commander. Or really anything that super synergizes with it. Cold Steel Heart. And I guess the lands. Okay, here comes San Halam. I wonder if I think I should have actually attacked the Florahedron and the Insect token at Wandering Emperor to get another 4 damage at face. What are we doing here? So they animated a land that couldn't attack this turn, the Mana Confluence. Yeah, you do not give haste. Tatyova actually does give haste to the animated land. Fun fact. They said nice. Nice! They do have this Phyrexian able to block. I'm gonna attack with everybody. They did not animate it. Cosmic Rebirth on a land. Cracking open the land. Thankfully, these lands do hurt them a little bit. They already blocked, so they can't animate with us and block. Down to 3 life. Yeah, these add up to so much damage. I don't really know why they buffed this Tatyova for Arena. They did it for Alchemy, I guess. But she really only sees play in Brawl. Oh. Yeah, some falls back, huh? Well, I guess if I get a land next turn, I could replay Tatyova and then attack in the air with the animated land. So let's hope we get a land. Okay, that works. Wee. Back with the command tower. Win the game. Hate having to fight through 2 sunfalls, but that big phasing out definitely helped. GG. Devoid EDH has submitted a colorless deck, very thematic for their name. This is a Sir Ginger, the Meal Ender. Sacrificing your artifacts makes her grow. Also, just having your artifacts die makes her grow. Sir Ginger, the Meal Ender, also gets Trample, Haste, and Hexproof if your opponent controls a Planeswalker, because she's out for revenge against Garruk. Sir Ginger is pretty cool with all of these various, discounts for artifacts and playing lots of artifacts. This deck also has a good amount of ramp in it. I can see almost all of the 2, 3, and 4 mana ramp spells I would come to expect, so we can do things like play Cityscape Leveler, and Ulamog and Portal to Phyrexia, these big, expensive Devoid spells. There's actually almost no Devoid cards in Arena. I don't actually know if there's any, or cards that specifically care about wastes. I will say, though, we are getting some of them soon. I already know that we're getting a bunch of colorless big spells in Modern Horizons 3, which comes out in a month? We have Worldbreaker. Oh, we have Worldbreaker as the only one. Yeah, that cares about colorless mana. Yes, it's a mono brown deck, and it's going to play a lot of artifacts. Well, if our artifacts die, at least we'll get to put a +1/+1 counter on Sir Ginger and scry 1. All right, let's take her into the queue. I hope I don't have to eat this cookie. Captain Storm, Cosmium Raider, also an artifacts commander. An artifact entering the battlefield lets her put a counter onto a pirate. Usually herself. Sometimes a different pirate. There's actually some flying pirates, some of which are artifacts or come with artifacts that work real good. Ooh, Magda makes an artifact every time she attacks in. I might want to throw down the automaton to start growing it, or to just trade with Magda. Because I don't have the ability to kind of storm off with this hand. Mystic Forge helps, but I don't have any discounters. I think I'm going to go for this trade. Take away their ability to continuously make artifacts. If I can. Oh, hey, Saheeli. Dilly makes copies of artifacts or creatures. I don't think Sir Ginger will do that much here. But I can already ramp next turn. So I'll still play her. If I need to, I'll trade her with Captain Storm or Saheeli. Uh-oh, Lightning Bolt. Verdant Aerialist makes a treasure token, buffing a pirate. We're seeing ads even after subbing. Oh, Twitch is just dumb sometimes. Key to the archives. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a board wipe. Am I playing Kozilek? I don't think there's a Kozilek in the deck, no. You can always check what is in the submitted decks with !decks. Since I don't have these decks memorized, I looked at them for a very short period of time. Oh no! They had removal, and now I have no white mana. Happy Mudda's Day to all the Muddas out there. It's a big aerialist. My white card, also my 9 mana card. I think we're gonna die. Behold! Cookie! Yeah, they make a copy of this again next turn, we can't do anything. Good game. Purple Frog plays, thank you for the 36-month resub. So many 3-year resubs today, so lovely. What did Scraps get me for Mother's Day? Love and affection? Should I check to see what happened 3 years ago? I could check to see what happened 3 years ago. Oh my gosh! Athenani! Thank you for the sub as well! RIP though, Captain Storm kicked our butts. So unfortunately, I think this is almost certainly going to be the Crucius combo deck, which is looking to get the Caldera Breaker. And the reason I think that is because it's hot right now. I believe CGV published his deck list for it. It's cheap to build, and it has a high win rate. And it is actually a really, really fragile deck, but we don't have interaction. Caldera Breaker, you need instant speed, exile, or proactive things that you can play out. This is probably a game I should just leave. But like, look, I have double discounts. I have double discount. And a real. If I can make it so they can't sacrifice their treasures, like, we got this. I don't know why you're going me. Your go, actually. Ah, that sucks that we didn't get a third land. Yeah, if I could stop them from sacrificing treasures, their deck doesn't work. Ambitious? I don't know, I think we're all ambitious here. Pristine Talisman. I shouldn't say it doesn't work. It works a lot slower. Okay. This is the combo version of the deck. Well, considering that they Goad me on turn 1, yeah. Hi, Crucius. Cool. Got a land. Won't be able to do the sacrifice on the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we go Karn, and I'll plus on the treasure. Buys me a turn. Who knows? Maybe with a Semblance Anvil, I can go nuts. I'll put probably Andoril under there. Okay, Semblance Anvil. Exile. I'm gonna actually hit this Replicating Ring since we drew it. I want to start with the Foundry Inspector for that Doug Dimma discount. Aetherflux Reservoir. Andoril. An Orb. Gaining 5 life. Lovely. I could animate one of those. Since destroying the treasure I don't actually think does much for me. I'm going to animate Andoril, Flame of the West.
Some solutions must be built.
It's a backup blocker. Pirate Sanctum and Waste. Throw those both to the bottom, since they'll probably choose to mill. Okay, so like I would have loved to have Ugin, but dealing 6 damage to their face also feels really good. So they can get to 6 mana here. They have the Caldera Breaker in hand, but they won't be able to sacrifice it. They'd have to kill Karn first. Did I also didn't explain what the combo is, did I? You use Crucius's abilities to search out 2 non-land cards in your deck. A Sacrifice piece and Caldera Breaker. When Caldera Breaker comes into play, it exiles all mountains in your deck, and you can build a deck that has a lot of mountains. You only need a tiny bit of black. And then when it leaves play... Oh, it can hit planeswalkers? I actually thought it could only hit creatures. Okay, so they'll still be able to get the mountains here, and then they'll have the volcanic geysers, which are instant speeds, in their deck. They have 72 mana, because Crucius is a mistake. Yeah, I guess I had to destroy their token. Actually, it wouldn't have made a difference, because they could still do it in end step. You gonna hit me? Because they drop a land. They have one of the burn spells in hand. If you exile it rather than kill it, do their lands go away forever? Sure do. X equals 69. Boop. It is pretty boring, but we got closer than usual, considering our deck has almost no interaction in it. Look! Waffles has submitted Rocco Street Chef. This is a deck that exiles cards for both players to play from exile, and then whenever a player does play something from exile, we can put a counter on something and make a food. I'm a big fan of this Rocco. It goes really well with Inspiring Statuary, since it allows you to make even more things, and all of the stuff that cast from exile, including Discover. We even have probably some adventures in here, things like Lelia. Nice. I do like Rocco, so we're going to take Rocco into the queue, we're going to cast some things from exile, and we're going to punish our opponent for playing the cards that we give them in exile by making our stuff even bigger. Let's go. Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. Kroxa makes you discard, and if you discard a land, you're going to lose 3 life. Alright, Kroxa, I hope you don't make me discard too much, but thankfully, our commander does give us some extra card advantage. Unfortunately, Kroxa is in Rakdos colors, and Rakdos is very good at killing things. I'll keep this. We do have a really great thing to land on turn 1 because it will bank any counters that we put on things. We also got Cabaret Rebels to get us additional value on cast. Nice card advantage. That is a mana confluence in a 2-color deck. I'll pay life too. Solidarity, my friend. Solidarity. You gotta have the fixins. Friends don't let friends play mana confluence in a 2-color deck. Oh, hello. They are going to make me discard. I would personally hit Inspiring Statuary, but that is me as this player. Yeah, I think Cabaret Rebels is a close second, though. Boop. I played the Sundown Pass over the Forest, just in case I got a second red sooner, since I'm not using that extra mana anyway. Cabaret Rebels is a ridiculous amount of value. The reason I wasn't prioritizing it is because this is the only creature I have access to right now. Alright, and I'm gonna actually drop the Expedited Inheritance. Comes Rocco! Both players are going to get access to an extra card. They got Ambergris, and I got a Crag Crown Pathway. Nice, extra red source. Elspeth's Nightmare sadly does kill Rocco. Next turn it will make me discard. Rip. If I were to prioritize getting one of these out, like, I can only play one of them, because it's the only one I have mana for. I'll play it. Inspiring Statuary. And next turn, I have to discard the All Will Be one. Yeah, a hyper-aggressive 2-color deck, I could understand running Mana Confluence in. I'm just not that big of a fan of it. So now we have 3 extra mana, but we can only use it to cast non-artifact spells. The good news is we can use it for our commander. They refilled their hand off that Beaumont Courier. Goodbye, All Will Be one. They have 6 cards in grave that are escaping Kroxa. I'll drop the Forsaken Crossroads. I guess if I really wanted to in first main phase, I could have used the Beseju to destroy Elspeth's Nightmare before I had to discard. Oh no! My card's in hand. Oh, right, because he doesn't cost that much. I guess because we don't have that much instant speed interaction in this deck, I will give Rocco the Shadow Sphere. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to play this. Goodbye, Graveyard. Rocco grows! Fox is going to deal 9 damage on an attack, though. Rough. Too bad. The One Ring gives them protection. Also card draw. A Heroic Intervention. I might have to cast you next turn. I might also have to eat some food next turn. Food! At least I can block. Yeah, if I'm given the chance between, like, casting Heroic Intervention and discarding it, losing 3 life, probably go for casting it. Using the One Ring to draw once more. We gave them a Swamp in Exile. But they didn't play it. Whee! Double block. We gain some life. And even though I can use these food for mana, I think it is more important that I gain a bit more life and just eat one. Because right now, I don't have any spells to cast. So I will consume a delicious snack. Don't bolt me, bro. I would be able to eat food in response to a bolt. Hello. I'm hexproof and indestructible. How about you? Don't bump into Knight plus Bolt plus Shock me, bro. Please don't. That's a bolt to my face. So Collective Defiance is allowing them to refill their graveyard so they can recast Croxa next turn. Yo! Yeah, let's go! Wait. Hardened Scales first. And now we're gonna get double the counters on things. I love watching it tap the Shadow Sphere. That's so funny to me. Okay, Shuldred. I cannot flip over the Shuldred. But I can win the game. Gaining a ton of life, getting this big card advantage, and having huge creatures thanks to the doubled Scales effects, Hardened Scales and Conclave Mentor. GG, Cruxa. Haunting Carrot has submitted Nicol Bolas the Ravager. This is a Grixis control deck that's looking to prevent my opponent from having anything on board, trying to land some Planeswalkers, and then taking over the game. I can tell that this deck has some slightly older and more budget choices because it's got a counterspell instead of a mana drain, but it's still got the goods I would expect from Grixis control. It's got kill spells, counter spells, board wipes, and of course, some absolute haymakers like Shuldred. Shuldred's a good card, did you know? It's a really good card. So we're going to take Nicol Bolas into the queue, and we're going to, I guess, prevent our opponents from having any fun. Atali, Primal Conqueror. Hi, Atali. This is the Atali that's casting stuff for free when he ETBs. We have good ramp in this hand. Not great fixing, but this does get me black mana, so it should be fine. We gain a life off our Swiftwater Cliffs, and we watch them ramp. I'm very happy that we went first, by the way. I think it gives me a much better chance to respond to them ramping up to their commander. Hi, Elvish Mystic. I do not have a way to kill you here, but that is okay, because I can kill you next turn. Hopefully it's not too late. Gilded Goose. Ramp into ramp. We're actually ramping, too, though. Cold Steel Heart, Mind Stone. I don't think I'm, going to exile one of these. I might want to Baleful Mastery this, but because I really do want to ramp. I'm gonna Baleful Mastery, play to Bloodfell Caves, and the purpose behind this is if I can play this Liliana next turn and they only have 2 creatures out, I can make them sacrifice both. Right now they've got 1 creatures, which means that our other Liliana will be a better choice. I'll put this on blue. Here comes Professor Onyx. Professor Onyx's -3 ability will force them to sacrifice their highest power creature, which is 0. It's 0 is the highest power. We cook their goose. Are totally not Liliana. It says Liliana right there. Liliana, barely in disguise. The goose is cooked. The goose is sacrificed. Oh, okay. They are cycling Kogla and Yadaro, drawing a card, destroying one of my black mana sources. So no Lilianas today. Let's see if we can draw another one off Onyx. Oh, cool. Takanuma. There were other good cards there, but like... want another black source. I think if I do this, they'll concede. I think if I do this and this, they won't. Sometimes you just want a quick win. Alright, let's see what we get. Liliana Dreadhorde General. Are they going to leave? Or do they have some big swingy cards? Yeah, they concede. Making them discard 1 and then playing Search for Iskanta, it doesn't feel as impactful. Playing Liliana Dreadhorde General, that's impactful. That's going to be game. Shadowheart, Sharon Cleric in black and red. Shadowheart lets you reflect damage done to yourself back onto your opponents, and is really, really fun. She's a bit like Rowan for the black-red version. Whenever you lose life during your turn, she deals damage to each opponent. If you give her something like Lifelink, you gain all of that life back. I actually think that as far as alchemy/arena-only cards go, this is a fun one. I enjoyed making both black-white and black-red Shadowheart decks. Been a while since I've seen one, though. She's dealing damage to both of us. And they won't be able to specialize her until they get one of us to 13 or lesser life. Also, if they do specialize her, we can kill her in response. Speaking of killing her, let's use Price of Fame. I would like to surveil. I like both of these cards on top. Yes, but in what order? I'm gonna keep the Cold Steel Heart on top. We can use Cold Steel Heart to get another blue source. Skyclave Shade. Oh, they didn't have another land. This comes back from the graveyard. Or I should say, it allows you to recast it from the graveyard. It's even kickable. What a cool looking thing. Nice black market connections. Narsa would stop them from drawing extra cards. Nicol Bolas would just be a good defender. Burn down the house would just let me clog up this board. Let's go for Nicol Bolas. Especially because I'm at 5 mana, and if I can get to 7, I can flip them over and turn into Nicol Bolas, the Arisen! No Meat Hook Massacres allowed. Something like Black Market Connections with Shadowheart is so funny. It's like, yes, I do lose 6 life. And it's great. They're thinking. Maybe they're thinking they want to replay Shadowheart. No, they want to kill Nicol Bolas. Okay, that's fine. We'll take 3 damage from the Skyclave Shade. Chat's like, her name is Shart. No, it's Shadowheart. And she loves Char. Bloodstained Mire. Gives him 3 mana to work with. Oh, nap time sleepy guy. Whoa, wait. What does this do? I remember it does something with boluses. Do I have a creature or planeswalker from my graveyard? I don't. I kind of like playing Narset here. And just setting up for a board wipe.
Mind and body should move in unison, like wind and wave.
Yeah, she dies to burn down the house.
I have just the trick.
Okay, Liliana sees the spoils. If I had enough mana to play Seize the Spoils here, I would take it. I'm gonna take the Liliana. I think they're gonna crack open the Bloodstained Mire for the Evolved Sleeper. She's also gonna die before we burn down the house. She's going to distract damage from me. Make your sleepy boy grow. Or maybe they'll get the basic. Okay. No shocks and fetches. Oh, wait. Are they gonna use a kill spell? They're lightning bolting her! Aww. That's okay. We're gonna kill her anyway. Evolved Sleeper comes out. They are currently at 13 life, so I don't think they're gonna pay the 6. As much as that is the hero move, I think they want to specialize first. I was wrong, they paid the 6. Shows what I know. You always gotta pay the 6? Always. I don't know. I thought that maybe they would want to, like, save some life so they'd have more life to lose for Shadowheart. I'm gonna Heartless Act here to try to get them to recast this in second main phase. Also to save me some damage to face. What is the mono black and black red? Mono black is lifelink. Black red is if I deal damage to myself, then I can deal damage to you. It's actually just losing life during their turn to anything. Who is intimating dark intimations? I don't actually know. Is that Tezzeret? Yeah, it would make sense to be Tezzeret, but I don't actually know. It is Tezzeret. Thank you, people who know. Yeah, now let's see you pay the 6. Black Market. Black Market is separate from Black Market Connections. That's the one that gives you black mana based on dead creatures. Yes, Black Market Connections, though, lets you pay all of the life. It's not paying life, it's losing life, sorry. If you had something like a Platinum Angel that prevented you from losing the game, you could always pay the 6 and go into big negative numbers. No, so, most cards that are like this are pay life. This is not, this is just lose life. They're at 6 life, though, because they paid almost all of it. Hi, Lord Skidda. And a Misery Shadow. Nice. They've already refilled the board a bit. I would really like a 6th mana. Please and thank you. Liliana is not going to be very useful here since they'll have many creatures to sacrifice. Still having them sacrifice these two. Would I still be alive next turn? Force them to attack into this. I think it's better to play Bolas. Bolas gives me a potential just win in the air. If I can deal 4 damage, they have to pay 1 life. And then they'd have to pay another life. Am I closing the ability for people to submit decks today? If you haven't already submitted a deck, it's unlikely to be played. I have over 100 decks in the queue, so I'm going to get through as many as I can, and I'm kind of going in chronological submission order. So we'll see how many we can get through. That's why I'm only doing like 1 or 2 games a piece, because a lot of people want me to play the decks. Paying 3, bold. I guess they're digging. Trying to kill me this turn is my guess. Okay, Plague Crafter. So, oh wait, did they put full control mode on? Because if they did, I was going to say they could sacrifice this in crew and then have enough black mana to pay to kill me. They still might be able to because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 off. Yes, because they have enough black mana. This should be game. That's why they're paying the 3. Because they know they got this in the bag. Misery Shadow has a pump ability. Only 1 mana to get 1 power. GG. Supernabe. I respect you paying a lot of life. That's hero stuff right there. GG. Thank you for watching this episode of Brawl Stars Variety Hour. Thank you also to everybody who submitted decks. I'm sorry I'm a little low energy today. I have a really bad tummy ache, so I'm doing my best to power through so I get to play all of your sweet decks. If you didn't see your deck yet, don't worry. I have over 100 of them to get through, and I'm going to do my best to get through as many as I can. I'm kind of going in submission order, so if you submitted a deck and you didn't see it yet, just hold on, you might see it soon. Also, not every deck that I record is going to make it into the videos, so you should come by twitch.tv/Amazonian where I'm playing the decks live so you can see them get played. I'm going to be spreading these out across the next couple weeks, but I'll probably stop playing the submissions by the time Modern Horizons 3 comes out in approximately a month. So, we got lots of time to play all of your decks. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.